Okay. Okay. We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Everything About Everything Sports Podcast.
Guys talking about sticks and bones.
I'm pretty sure last episode we did was episode 7, but this is now episode 7 because I forgot to keep count.
Yeah.
You know, well, let's keep this out of the way. Jonathan, happy birthday.
You think?
Happy birthday, sure. Big old 22. How's it feel, Taylor Swift?
Oh my god, yeah. I woke up that morning and there was a reel that was playing that song. Yeah, and I was like, oh my god.
Instagram, no.
Yeah, dude, for real, yeah. Yeah, algorithm.
I wonder what mine's going to play. Uh-oh. Oh, we're good.
Wrong microphones, that's it. But yeah, I wonder what mine's gonna play. I don't know, yeah, probably just might be able to tell that you're 21, maybe just like give you the tipsy bartender stuff, yeah.
Uh, yeah, mine's coming up pretty soon, actually. I got, we'll make plans for that, but.
How many more days? You get 3? Today's the 20th, 19th?
Yeah, 10 days from now.
Oh, yeah, that's right, 29th. I'm thinking 23rd.
Yeah. It's on a Tuesday.
Ooh.
Ew.
You're right in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
So was mine. Mine was on a Thursday. So.
Yeah, I'm taking. So what's going to end up happening is I'm taking that Friday off of work.
Oh yeah.
So I'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Thursday night.
Dang, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. But we'll start with what happened today with football. If you want to start with that, or what do you want to start with today? We got a decent amount to talk about. Most of it's sad sometimes.
Yeah, we did not. This past week was well. It was good for the Lions. We absolutely stomped out the Cowboys.
Not only did we stomp out the Cowboys, we were disrespecting them on national television in prime time.
Pulling trick plays and having linemen go over routes.
Yes. And if he might have been on the 1 or he would have scored if Penny didn't get that penalty called on him.
It wasn't on him, it was on Ragnar.
Oh, it was on Ragnar?
Yeah, it was like, what was it?
Illegal formation or
ineligible lineman downfield.
Yeah.
Something like that. But you could see Ben Johnson on the sideline. He mouthed. He was like, again?
Yeah. We were already on 40 something.
Yeah, like you called virtually the same call as last time.
Yeah.
On the same dude. And it's like, oh my gosh, like seriously, you could just like what the hell? It's not like he was downfield as in like going out for a route. Like he caught it and then he started going downfield and made a block. So it was like, yeah, I don't know.
It was just the ref trying to, give Gary Jones some sort of dignity. Happy 82nd birthday, right? 82?
We took a shit at his cake, so I don't think he's gonna mean anything to him. But you see what he was doing? Jerry Jones went on Dallas radio station.
I did.
I threatened someone's job.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Because he owns it. Does he own it or something?
No. No. He just has no. I'm pretty positive he has like no stake in that whatsoever.
He just, his friend owns it.
Dude, like, yeah, or like, I don't think he has like any he was just like, yeah, I can find someone else to ask me these questions. And they're like, no, like we're doing our job. We're trying to figure out like, and then he cut him off. He's like, no, you don't need to figure out anything. And it's like, well, that's kind of our job is to talk to you.
Yeah. Jerry World wasn't having a good day that day. On the attendance say on the that they put up the graphic, they blurred out the score.
Yeah, I saw that.
93,000 fans, and he had to blur out the score.
I mean, I would too if that was
19
on my birthday.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Dude like that.
Yeah. I wonder if you can't leave the stadium in that situation if you are the owner. You have to just sit there and take it.
Dude, he was like half paying attention. He probably had people bringing like so much booze out
Yeah.
there. Oh my god.
As soon as it was 37-6, probably. Or whatever.
That's what I would have done. Is just started drinking really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't want to remember that.
no, fuck it. It was so it was like anything that Dallas tried to do too. We hadn't answered for it offensively or defensively. It sucked. We had 9 scoring drives that game.
Mm-hmm.
They had 9 points. Yeah.
So we do got to talk about this. The only bad thing to come out of that game was Aiden Hutchinson absolutely obliterating his leg.
Well, and who was the other guy? The other defensive end. It wasn't shit, not Davenport. Somebody else on the other side got hurt too. I can't remember his name. Not James. I mean, it might have been James Houston. I think James Houston got hurt, and then Carlton Davis. I don't know if that happened in the game or if it happened in practice. He has a calf injury.
Yeah, that happened in practice. What happened in the game was he got kicked by his own teammate in the face.
Oh,
That's why they took him out for that. But he's out because of he's questionable because of the calf that happened in practice, I believe.
yeah. And then Kevin Zeitler, he has a groin injury.
I'm not gonna lie, I forget who Zeitler is.
Offensive lineman.
Yeah, I thought he was, but I didn't want to be for sure on that.
So I think he's I don't know if he's out. He might be questionable too. But there were like other parts of the lineup that got hurt.
Yeah, that what was crazy is that Hutch like broke it on Aleem McNeil.
Yeah, that was it was just scary. You heard it over the broadcast too. Like it was just scary because then you had another offensive lineman from Dallas landing on it too.
Yeah,
and you could see like he knew immediately. He just stayed right there on the ground.
he knew it was broke because he mouthed it on. You could see it when they replayed the sack, but they didn't really go into depth on his injury because they were like, "Yeah, this is a terrific injury, dude. We're not showing it."
No, yeah.
But they show, you know how when they show like the player's face whenever they make the play or whatever, you could tell he was saying it's broke.
Yeah, he knew it.
You knew right away. At least his surgery went great, apparently.
Yeah, so yeah, he stayed in Texas and had that surgery done and then left the next day. Came up here, I think on like Tuesday is when he finally got back to Michigan.
Yeah.
And yeah, shit. They said he's gonna be out for I think what was it, 4 to 6 months. But that's basically the year. He's basically done another year.
Yeah, 4 to 6 months for like recovery.
Yeah.
8 to 10 months for football shape.
See, I heard it was just 4 to 6, like flat.
It might be.
Yeah. Either way, he's not playing this year anymore.
Yeah, definitely not.
No, yeah. And that's what people were trying to tell him too. Like, I think I'm pretty sure it was Channel 2 around here, like in one of the local news stations. They had a doctor, and he like broke down the footage or whatever, and like he like gave his insight on it and like what he thought happened and stuff like that, and like what it like the recovery process and stuff. And he's like, I work with a ton of athletes. He was like, the one thing I tell him is to try to just don't focus on the injury, focus on what you can do to like, because you're not going to heal yourself faster, but it's like what you can do to like get yourself out when you do get back out there at the highest level. So he's like, because you're not going to get out there this year. He was like, with this type of injury, he's not going to be there this year. He was like, you shouldn't try to. And that's another thing. He was like, you shouldn't try to heal himself faster so he can get out there and play. He should try to heal himself to the fullest. So when he does play, he doesn't risk injuring it again or anything like that.
I think it's also nice because he literally has his whole life here because he grew up in Michigan. I think he'll be fine with support system and everything, which is nice.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing he really has to worry about is a team going out and winning a Super Bowl without him.
Yeah.
But he still gets a ring. So I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily care.
Yeah.
But, I mean, but now with him being out,
It's a lot harder.
it's gonna be a lot harder. We have to look at trades.
Yeah.
So there's a few players that are in question for trading. There's Darius Smith. His name's been brought up. Trey Hendrickson. His name's been brought up.
I would want him or Max Crosby, but Max Crosby would for us.
Yeah, I would. And then Hassan Reddick, but Hassan, I don't think we should go get him. More Max Crosby. Because Max Crosby I think he went to Eastern for a couple of years and then transferred out. And then he signed up here.
Oh, he's from Michigan?
He's from Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah, but then he moved to Texas, like I said, when he was like, I think he was like his first or second year of college or something like that. Because I'm pretty sure he went to Eastern for like 1 or 2 years.
I know he got drafted out of Eastern.
Oh, okay. Well, he might have. Who knows? But yeah, he went to he has ties around here, and like it was before you heard a lot of him, like his interviews and stuff like that. It's like yeah, I want to be a Raider. If he was feels like he was built to be a Raider and stuff like that. He's got tattoos and stuff like that in his body. But lately, like a couple things have come out about the Raiders. Like they're not in the best of shape this year. They traded Devontae Adams, and now Tom Brady has partial stake in the ownership, and he's talking about bringing in Bill Belichick as a GM and have it. Oh yeah, he's talking about like all this stuff, like bringing in different players and stuff like that. And it probably doesn't bode well for him. Like he might not really like that. That someone's just coming in here. Is like, oh, I'm going to change all this shit. He's been there already for like what 4 or 5 years now, or something like that.
He's been there for a while, but at the same point, I think Tom Brady has enough sense to be like, we need to build around Max Crosby.
Right. But I mean, at the end of the day, he is the owner. He's not the GM. He's talking about bringing in Belichick as a GM.
Yeah.
So if Max Crosby doesn't like that, he can be like, hey, I maybe want to get out while I can. Because you already saw Carr leave, you saw Jacobs leave last year, you saw Devontae Adams leave recently.
Yeah.
So I mean, there are other players on that team that are good, but he is definitely the best. He's probably one of the best in franchise history so far.
Yeah. And he's making like around $23 million a year right now.
Right. Yeah. And then, I mean, he holds that defense together. But at the same time, he's talked about in recent interviews and stuff like that. He's saying that he just wants to win. He's just focused on winning. And he says, and one thing that he said in the locker room interview, he was like, "Wherever I am." So that phrase, that key sentence right there was like he's maybe not as worried about staying in Vegas as he was before.
Yeah. So for Hassan Reddick, I thought, what's going on with that? Because he got traded to the Jets, but have they not signed the contract, or what's going on with
No, he's on the Jets, but it's just going from I think he played in 4 teams in 5 years or something like that. There's questions about his locker room presence and his like adherence to the coaching staff and stuff like that. So I don't think you necessarily want to bring that in.
Yeah, because he went from the Eagles just traded him to the Jets.
Right. Yeah. So I don't think you're going to want to bring someone like that into the locker room if he's going to have issues like that, especially since you're already down a man.
Yeah. Honestly, if we can get Trey Hendricks, that'd be great.
Myles Garrett.
Or Myles Garrett.
I mean, the Browns are in shambles right now. And they already traded away Amari Cooper.
Diddy Watson.
I mean, they need to sit him down and play Jameis Winston, for God's sake.
You might. I mean, Jameis is awesome. I want more Jameis football. I really do.
Dude, yeah. And I was listening to this thing. I can't remember if it was off of Woodward Sports or if it was off of the radio or something like that. They were talking about Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson and Joe Flacco having redemption arcs. And I was like, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for Russell Wilson and Joe Flacco. They have Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
They're on their way out of the league. Now, Deshaun Watson makes sense. What it really makes sense is Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Not getting, not really having a starting job, not really having
30 for 30.
And then coming back and playing with the Browns. And, who knows?
Yeah.
Granted, you did lose probably your best receiver.
I'm excited. I actually do want to watch the Bills play now because they have Amari Cooper. He's for sure getting a touchdown.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah.
For all you sports bettors, Amari Cooper, anytime touchdown, lock it in.
The Bills did lose a lot of guys this year too, but it hardly was affected them.
Yeah, they're not. They're not bad.
They're not. No, they're not. They haven't looked as good as when they did have that one, like a couple years ago. They had a stacked roster. They had, I think it was Von Miller was still there. No, he's still there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then, but then this is when they still had Diggs. They still had Gabe Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had just
Justin Poyer.
Yeah. He was a running back. James Cook was just arrived there. So it was like, yeah,
which literally was like 1 or 2 years ago.
Right. Yeah. So he was like that whole offense was clicking, and then you had an insane defense behind him too. And shit, I mean, they did lose a lot of guys, but it seems like they haven't really missed a step that much.
Did you? This is kind of off topic, but still on topic. Do you hear the stuff going on about Diggs right now?
Yeah.
How is it that he fucked Cardi B or?
So apparently he hooked up with Cardi B while she was 8 months pregnant.
Yeah, so she had the.
Yeah. She's all in.
Baby wanted
it's not. Yeah, dude. It's not his kid. It's Offset's kid. So it's like, dude, come on now. And he's in Houston. I guess they're from Houston. But that's just crazy. And that goes along with the thing of him being not a good locker room guy.
Yeah, did you? I don't know if it was on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever. Like, I don't even know who it was. The in the Vikings locker room, they were having the Viking talks or whatever, and the guy would go around the locker room asking questions to other players, and they're like, "Who would you least want to date, your sister or daughter or whatever?" And everybody said Diggs.
Yeah, I remember that. Like Diggs. And then
he's like, "I'm a great guy."
But that was when he was younger too. He was like maybe like 24 or something like that. Like maybe like fresh out of college. But yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
And then like in Buffalo too, you had just him like just wanting the ball all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you have to like, you're not Justin Jefferson, like where he came from like he was a little bit out of his prime and stuff like that. But yeah, so like the story of him not being the best locker room presence they just keep on adding up.
Yeah.
I guess it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes of college football.
Michigan dropped another one today.
Michigan freaking sucks.
Oh my gosh. You know, I'm almost thankful that we're not going to the game next week anymore because I don't know how I could stomach a back-to-back loss if we lose to Michigan State at home.
Yeah. It's not like Michigan State's good. I think they're losing right now, to be honest with you. They might be.
They are playing Iowa. Which Iowa's decent.
Ooh, I think Georgia scored. Yep, Georgia scored. It's 7-0.
But I mean, at the same time,
Iowa State's up now. No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So,
Iowa has a shitty offense.
Right, yeah. I heard something about that. I was listening to the radio and people were saying that like more people were betting on the Spartans and they were like they thought this could be a good game for them. They could maybe build off of this. So, Jesus, I mean, you never know. Like I was saying, next week you have Michigan State coming here.
I'm a bandwagon now. I'm an Oregon fan now.
Yeah. But we have Michigan State coming here. We're coming off of a loss, and they could be coming off of a win.
Yeah.
You never know.
And you know, I think we have the second worst offense in the Big Ten right now.
Yeah.
At least on third down.
Right, yeah.
For sure on third down. It's ridiculous. It's sad.
I can't remember the last game that I saw the Michigan really scored once.
Yeah.
Like, that's sad. It really is.
If we have to sacrifice Michigan for a Super Bowl, I guess we'll have. It's like the Cena Endgame where Thanos just Those Kamara off the
We
cliff.
won, but at what cost? Oh, yeah,
A national championship for Super Bowl, I'll take it. But God darn it.
I don't know, dude. And then I think the Red Wings won today, or won yesterday, after they played. Today, I think it was today. So,
Your iPhone first.
yeah, they won 5-2 today. And,
Thank God, dude.
They're like, yeah, they were 1-4 to start, and they beat the Predators, who the Predators have been having a tough time getting off the ground. But no, yeah, Michigan, they just look sorry out there. It looked like a freaking high school football game.
Yeah.
Trying to run the ball. And then the day halftime report had the audacity to say that that Michigan found a run game against Illinois. And we had like, I think at halftime we had like less than 100 yards of rushing. Which it's just, it was embarrassing at that time. I will say the one thing that kind of saved Michigan was not saved Michigan, but kind of like saved the game, like the watching experience for me was the Illinois jerseys.
Yeah.
Those were really cool.
I will say though, Michigan's defense is pretty good for only with how bad the offense played. Only letting out 21 points was not terrible.
No, yeah, having to be back on the field like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucked.
Pistons are 3-2. I don't know if it's still preseason or not, but
No, it should be.
I think this is actual because I think they're 3-2 so far.
Bronny got called for a flagrant one the other day. That was not a flagrant one. Like it was a classic play like at the at the net, and he like went up for a rebound, or like went up for the ball or something like that, and then
Who the hell is that? Sorry, who the hell is that Guardians player?
Josh Naylor or Bo Naylor.
What a physical specimen.
He had performance.
He looks like fucking Wario.
Yeah, look at it, dude. He can smack the ball around now.
Oh yeah, he has all that fucking power behind him.
But what you call it?
Sorry, Brownie.
Oh yeah, Bronny he had flagrant one, and like it was not a flagrant one, I don't think. But
NBA soft. That's all it is.
it really is, yeah. And then I saw that Braun wasn't playing, but he was like on the sideline, like in street clothes, and like standing up with the coach and stuff like that. And I was like, please don't. Let's not turn this into fucking high school basketball. Yeah. For Bronny. It's like let's not have LeBron not play.
You know damn well after LeBron retires, he's going to get a minority stake in the Lakers to be an owner.
Yeah, or he's gonna pull something where he's gonna do that with the Cavaliers, and he's gonna bring Bronny to the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
Like it probably was just, I don't know. We'll talk about that.
Or coach.
Right, yeah, something like that. Well, who was the no? I think JJ Redick went to the East Coast of the Cavs now.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could go maybe assistant coach or something like that, or like I said, be like a minority owner or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have the next generation of NBA players coming into the league.
I haven't watched any basketball. I've been so busy with watching football.
I watched one Pistons game. That's it, and it's because
It was on.
yeah, like I was trying to watch a Red Wing game, I think at work, and the Red Wing game was on ESPN and ESPN Plus, and I couldn't get it on my phone. So it was because of the stupid blackout stuff.
Yeah.
So I ended up watching the Pistons game because it was on the Bally's. Oh yeah, by the way, you see that? Bally's isn't going to be called Bally Sports anymore. It's going to be called FanDuel Sports Detroit.
FanDuel bought it?
FanDuel bought it. So now it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be on cable, or if it's going to be on TV, or if it's going to be like over net.
Who knows?
I hope to God not. But they said that Monday is going to be the first, like the day that it switches over, and then the first broadcast under the new, branding is going to be on Tuesday, Red Wing game. So we're going to see. Hopefully they keep the same staff and stuff like that too, and they just like change the logos like they did for for when Fox Sports switched over.
Yeah.
But which I assume they do. They did because it'd be kind of weird to like you start the season with that same crew.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna end the season with a different crew. Switch that abruptly and end the season with different crews. Yeah.
Going back into college football, but down a loss.
Oh yeah.
A lot. A lot too little. Like, so much too little. Like,
So how when you guys scored six, was that a touchdown with missed extra point or two field goals?
check.
I don't know which one would be worse.
I'm pretty sure it was two field goals.
Jesus.
Oh no, I'm checking right now.
Who'd you guys play? Concordia?
And, uh, and we had our bye week. Like, this is coming off the bye week. So,
That's terrible.
it's not even telling me. Oh,
Damn.
hold on. Sorry. We,
What do you call it? Yeah, well, you're looking at we're currently watching Yankees and Guardians right now.
it's not telling me. We scored 6 points in the first quarter, and that was it.
In the first quarter.
So I'm assuming as we were having a rough time on special teams, so it might have been just a mixed extra point.
Yeah.
Or we decided to go for two, didn't get it.
Yeah, you never know.
Or it was two field goals. We'll never know. I didn't watch the game.
Yeah.
Also, lost too.
Really? Who'd they play?
So, CTE is a hell of a drug. Yeah, Kentucky Wesleyan, the worst team in the
No. That sucks.
Yeah. I was just telling my buddy Josh about it. He's like, because we whooped them last year
Uh-huh.
because they're not a great team. They're like, we knew we were going to win, but we lost.
See, that could be one of the reasons.
They
You went in there thinking you were going to
they
win.
started the game out with they forced the three and out, and then the first play of offense they scored.
Wow.
Big score at the end was 26-20.
Well, I mean, that's not that terrible. But at the same time,
So
like,
when I
this
say
is
a
the worst
lot
team.
to a little, folks at home, I mean 67 to fucking 6.
That sucks. 67, that's,
And this hasn't happened like that. This hasn't been a once-off this year.
yeah.
There's been a grand total of probably 3 games where we've been getting blown out by 60 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were saying that, this is like the third time this year you said
That's a peak fucking male physique right there. That guy can Warhill, that little. Wait, can I say? I can't say that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. Yeah.
Greasy boy.
That's a cool shirt that guy had on right there.
Yeah.
But, no, he can move a little bit. He's the guy is I think first base, and then his brother plays catcher. So they're athletic, and he can hit the ball. There he goes. He scored for first on that too.
Did he
He
actually?
did. That's what I'm saying. He can move. Big man can move.
Big boy got that 4-5 speed.
But they did, yeah. But then the dude in the stands, he had the C for the Cleveland C, but it like the bottom and the top looked like the outline of Ohio. So it looked like a pretty cool shirt. Yeah, there you go. He was trying to steal too. He went after the pitch was thrown, so he really had some speed. Cooking. Oh yeah, so yeah, you have Guardians, Yankees, and then Mets, Dodgers, and I think Mets and Dodgers play tomorrow, and Dodgers are 1 win away from going to the World Series, and Yankees if they win today, they go to the World Series.
I'm thinking it's going to be Dodgers.
I'm thinking it's maybe. I kind of wanted to see the Mets Yankees in the World Series. The Battle of New York, or the Subway Series, as they call it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Which I mean, you never know. The Mets could pull something. I think that series is 3-2, so it's not over yet. They have two wins if they win today or tomorrow, and then
Yeah,
could be Monday night.
Yeah, that's
3-1. Yeah, and if the Yankees win today, there you go. So, and between the two, I don't remember which team finished was better in the regular season, Yankees or Dodgers. Uh, my gut tells me
Ooh, that was
Dodgers.
I'm recording. I'm recording. Bill. Oh my god. I should have that on silent. My bad. She can't turn off the flashlight on her phone.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh,
This is what I get called about.
seems like a very. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Uh, minus that.
um, yeah, what else is there? Well, judging by how we were talking about the Yankees and Guardians, Tigers got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little upsetting, though. It was cool because we went a lot farther than we thought we would.
Yeah.
Which what's it called? The Tigers ended up, I think it was, yeah, we went to game five, and we lost game five. I think it was 7-3. So we were right there.
Yeah.
Right there. But I mean, never know. The next year, we always say next year. Um, they can always do it in all season and pick up some guys to sign some free agents and stuff.
Yeah. So the reason why we don't have the camera. Do you have more sports shit that you want to talk about before I keep going?
No, yeah, I think.
Okay. Um, the reason why we don't have the camera on is because uh, we figured out that where we're going to have the studio at, and I'm going to get started on it pretty soon. But also, I have a chipped tooth.
Oh, yeah. Tooth.
Yes. And people ask me, why do you have a chipped tooth?
CTE, chip tooth exposure.
So, uh, so as one does, they're at football practice.
Right.
I don't think I told you this yet. I don't think you know how it happened.
Well, I do know how it happens. I talked to your teammate Parker at work.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, I do know how
So as one does, they're at practice.
it happens.
Uh, we decide to have like a little bit more physical practice, which is fun and dandy and all. So I was in doing my thing. Almost had a pick six, by the way. Almost. Our coach always yells at us, "Don't look in the backfield." So what am I doing? I'm looking at my man that I'm supposed to be guarding. I turn around, I get hit in the head with a ball.
Oh, dang, I was going to ask a question. I was like, did you pick it and you just got taken down, or did you?
No, if I would have caught it, it would have been six.
Oh, shit.
Because I was like 20 yards away from the end zone, and it was Red Sea.
Oh, green sea?
No, the Red Sea. It was
Oh, yeah.
Moses
Oh, yeah.
made that bitch wide open. So, that was like the play before. It was a run play, and like nothing malicious happened. Nothing malicious. It was a run play, and this one it was like a 4th and 1. They converted, but it like they barely converted.
Uh-huh.
I don't know who exactly it was because I don't think they showed it on film either. This offensive lineman decided just to roll over everybody.
Yeah.
And I had my mouth guard in. and his cleat went directly into my face. So, as soon as I felt the hit to my face, because I didn't feel it hit my teeth or anything, I just felt like a little pebble in my mouth. And I was like, and I either A, swallowed, or B, that tooth is still on the field. Or part of that tooth is still on the field. But I just, you know how you lick your teeth?
Yeah.
Well, there's a hole. And my coach is like, what are you doing? Get back in there. I'm like, I think my tooth is gone, coach. They're like, the fuck you just said? Like, my tooth is gone. They're like, let me see. I show them. I wasn't bleeding or anything, too, so it must have just hit perfectly.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
They're like, my defensive coordinator is like, the fuck you just say?
Right, yeah. I mean, shit. That's kind of weird. That stuff does happen, but there's so many places, so many things in place for you to not have that happen.
Yeah. You know the worst part is? It's my front tooth.
Right, yeah.
So, I get a crown Monday.
I feel like that'd probably be the easiest tooth to chip, though, would be your front.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably the one that gets chipped the most often. Because the other ones, like, chipping a canine would be kind of hard.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of already, like, shaped like it's chipped.
Yeah.
And then your molars, it's like, those get knocked out.
Yes.
Not chipped. So.
Yeah. So I was pissed, obviously.
Dental bill.
$310.
Oh, there, yeah, well.
The actual bill, like around $5,000.
Yeah.
My out of pocket $310.
Right, that's not much, isn't so bad.
Yeah. So I go to the dentist on Thursday. This happened Wednesday. Yeah, this happened Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the dentist Thursday. Today is Saturday. So I still haven't had my tooth fixed. I go in and they're like, hi, how can I help you? I'm like, I chipped my tooth. They're like, oh, how did that happen? I was like, I got kicked in the face. They're like, okay.
Okay.
So,
don't ask, don't tell.
So I go in and the dental assistant, really nice, cute lady, and her name's Skylar. She goes, I heard you got kicked in the face. So I was like, yeah, practice is crazy. And she's like, oh, all right. And I'm like telling her that I have a small mouth. Pause. So, like, they have to take the x-rays and everything. Bro, this is how no offense, you know what? I'm going to make sure my words are very careful before I get canceled. I know that I'm not into men because I have a gag reflex. You know what I'm saying?
No, not really.
Oh, my bio. She was like,
what the hell happened in that room? She
stuck her fingers in there, man.
But it's your tooth.
I know, but she was taking x-rays of my mouth, and she had to put an x-ray thingy in my mouth that goes through your teeth.
Yeah.
That thing was not small.
Oh no, yeah, I feel like you know what you're talking about. It's like this,
all right, if you've been to the plastic. Yes,
yeah,
if you've been to
before, so,
if you've been to the dentist, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And she's like she did a 3D scan of my mouth, and she's like, so when did you get your wisdom teeth out? I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you're missing teeth there, bud. I'm like, what? She's like, oh, they must have never came in. I was like, okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't remember people taking teeth out of my mouth, like, on purpose.
Well, yeah.
So, and then, uh, so the student goes or whatever. The hygienist comes in. No cavities, cavity free. Where's the wood?
Yeah, the chair.
In
The
21 years, have never had a cavity.
yeah. I don't know if I have any of that. I feel like I would know
Yeah.
if I did because like you could feel them.
Mm-hmm.
There was like, but yeah, I did have a kid. I when I was a kid. I haven't been to the dentist since like high school.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I probably need to go back there. Oh, you have 37 cavities.
Yeah. Dude, they kept on asking me when the last time I was at the dentist. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm pretty sure it was like senior year, like beginning senior year. That was it.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly,
Like, that's not something that I think about,
No, yeah.
So,
Usually at this point in our lives, like after high school,
yeah.
usually you only go to a dentist if something happens. Like,
Yeah.
or if like, yeah, I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
Like, something like
Yeah.
that. Like, usually that will the only reason you go to the dentist is that. But like, I don't know.
Yeah, so the hygienist comes in and she's like, you know, she's like, your brushing is decent, but your flossing sucks, which is the case for most people. Exhibit A. So yeah, so she gave me a water pick for flossing. Obviously, I had to pay for it, but she gave me that. Cool, but she's like going over what she was going to do today, so they were going to give me the cleaning or whatever. Because the thing was, I was expecting to get the crown that day. They're like, oh, no. You have to wait because they have to order it. So she's like, she was explaining what she's going to do, and she's like, all right, the doctor's going to come in. So the actual doctor comes in, and she goes, yeah, so we're going to do a crown. I was like, okay, what does that mean? She's like, we're going to makeshift you a tooth. And I was like, gotcha.
Right.
And she's like, I'm just going to let you know. She's like, it could turn into a root canal later down the road, or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, just
that's fun.
Yeah. I'm already not excited for it because I know that I'm going to get shot in the mouth.
Yeah. The root canal, it's like.
No, I meant for the crown too. They're going to shoot me up.
Yeah. But like with the one with the root canal though is when they really fucking.
Yeah.
That's when they fucking stick you with the needles like that.
Yeah. I'm not excited to get a shot in my mouth. That's going to hurt.
And it's in the front too, which is that's gonna suck so bad.
Hey man, thanks for making me feel better.
Oh my god, yeah. I haven't had a root canal.
I haven't had a root canal either, but I'm about to get a crown for the first time.
Yeah.
See, when I chipped this tooth before, I was lucky because I believe it was either me or Jeremy caught the piece.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
Oh,
you know what's crazy? Same exact shape too.
Huh. It was like when you had like your. Did you end up losing that tooth later on?
Mm-hmm. So it was my adult tooth, like when this happened. Oh, yeah. Jeremy was jumping on my back in the pool. And I went like forward, and he decided to let go, and inertia happened. Where I hit my teeth on the side of the pool. And chip. Yeah. So either Jeremy or I caught it. One of the two. I didn't swallow it. Jeremy or I caught it. So they just literally put glue on that bitch and stuck it on.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. There you go. That's probably why it happened like that then.
Yeah, but with a mouth guard on and everything too.
Yeah. I mean, how long ago was that though?
Over 10 years.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Probably is. Probably is why that happened. Though. It's not. It's not like he had actual tooth there, and like
Yeah.
that.
So, so the doctor's like, you need a crown or whatever, and she was telling me what's going to happen. Yada yada yada. So, I go. Now the hygienist comes back in, and she's like, okay, I'm going to clean your teeth. And I'm like, okay. You know, you've been to the dentist. Everybody's been to the dentist. They know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
Uh, and she's like, you know, you have to open your mouth. So, you know, I'm opening my mouth, and she's doing her thing. She's like, you gotta go wider. Pause. And I'm like, I'm like, I have a small mouth. You know, I can't be spreading that shit wide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She didn't give me no safe word, no nothing. She just started spreading my fucking lips apart. Fucking, she was rough, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Some dentists are not gentle.
At least she told me it was gonna hurt.
Yeah. Well, I was like,
No safe word, no nothing.
hell yeah.
Like,
When I went to my braces, the dentist he had like the scraper, like when I was getting them removed. So when he was taking them away, he had took them off.
cringing just from hearing you say scraper.
Dude, yeah.
She scraped the shit out of my teeth.
He had to like scrape the glue or like the cement off of my teeth. And it was a dude. Like my dentist was a guy. He was putting some fucking elbow grease in it.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, he was like, you could hear it, and I could feel like flakes like falling off into my mouth. But then she like the hygienist had like she had like the water
Yeah.
thing, and then the little like the suction thing too. So I was like, what the hell? And I could just like feel like the concrete like falling off my
I
teeth.
don't know if anybody gets this feeling. I think, like, I was telling her about it, and she's like, yeah, a lot of people have this feeling. I'm like, every time they do the scraping thing, I feel like they're, like, pulling out every single tooth. I feel like they're going to pull out my teeth.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna mess up and slip, and it's just gonna go right back down.
Yeah. I'm like, this is probably the main reason why nobody likes the dentist.
No, yeah, because it's like you can't see it because it's in your own mouth.
And you can hear it,
You
and
can hear
it's loud,
Yeah.
it's unnatural. I don't like people sticking things in my mouth. Pause.
Dude. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Like literally.
I'm like, I don't even like having. I don't. The only thing that I will even remotely have close to my mouth is when I'm trimming my beard
Right. Yeah.
or my fucking toothbrush.
Yeah, brushing your own teeth. And like, uh, that's another thing too. It's like when they brush, like when they do like the fucking what you call it they do the cleaning. They have like the suction thing that I was talking about. Where they'll put that like into your mouth and they'll have it like resting up against like your cheek or like the inside of your mouth.
Also, I felt like I was getting waterboarded.
No, yeah, that too. Yeah, it's like because like you can't breathe out your mouth.
Yeah.
Well, your mouth is wide the fuck open.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
It's not like I can just like when she's in the middle doing what she's doing. It's not like I can just like close my mouth because then my gums are going to get fucked.
No, yeah. Dude, for me, when I had my braces put on and when they were taken off, they had to use that damn the plastic thing that opened your mouth, like spread your cheeks. Yeah, so it was pause. They said spread your cheeks, but like pause.
Yo, this whole section of this session is going to be all weird.
Yeah.
Glad you're here for it.
Right, yeah. But I had that thing, and like after they took it off, like it felt like my mouth was like wider. Like I was like, is my fucking like are my lips okay? Yeah. What the hell did they do to my mouth?
My mouth still hurts.
Dude, yeah, it was like, and then like like the surrounding area was like dry and it would like start to like chalk up and like freaking yeah, it was like flake and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable.
Yeah. I was like, it's not as bad today as it was yesterday, but I'm like, my mouth is still hurt.
Right.
And I have to go for the crown on Monday, which I know it won't be painful.
Yeah, yeah, numb the shit out of your mouth.
Yeah, and then October 28th, I gotta go for a secondary cleaning.
Oh yeah.
And then the week after that, they're actually going to have to put on the actual crown. Because they're giving me the temporary crown that I have to wear for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're going to take that crown out and just put on the new crown.
Dang. I mean, yeah, well, so, and then, like I said, too, like, in freaking 7 years, might have a root canal, too.
Yeah.
Which, is,
She said it's,
prone to it.
yeah, she's like, it's not bound to happen,
Yeah.
but it could happen. So any day I could just like eat an apple and then want to kill myself.
Dude, yeah, honestly. And that's how it happens, too. Like, what you call it? I'm not really too sure how a root canal starts, but it's like, like if the root gets, like, detached from your tooth, and it's, like, sitting there, and then your tooth is, like, pressing on the root inside your
It's a
gum.
nerve.
Right, yeah, yeah, that's what roots are, is like a nerve extension. So it's like,
Yeah, your mouth is crazy.
yeah, yeah, and they have, I'm pretty sure depending on where like the root is or whatever, they might have to like cut your gum open so they numb the shit out of it. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it sucks. I remember one time, so when I first got my braces, I got them in, I want to say, I think it was 8th grade. I think it was beginning of 8th grade.
Oh, wow.
What?
Texas is losing bad.
Really? To Georgia?
Yeah. 20-0.
Ooh.
It's two
Oh
minutes.
my gosh, Stanton, you should have crushed that.
There's 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
Oh wow. But I was in I think I got him in beginning of 8th grade. It might have been like middle of 8th grade or something like that. I can't remember because I remember I got him all first semester of sophomore year.
Train tracks.
But I took the day off of school, and then I had or no, I took the first day off of like the first half of the day off of school, and then I got him put on, and then I went to school after that. Bad idea.
Yeah.
I would have just rather have stayed home. But they did, like, as soon as I put them on, they weren't sore. Like, the doctor was like, just give it like a couple hours. And then, as I was on my way to school from the dentist, I was like, fuck this. Like,
That's what I'm scared is going to happen at work because I'm already on thin ice at work.
I mean, there's nothing you can tell them. Dude, it's like, dude, I'm the verge of a root canal. I had a crown put in. But I went to school the next day, like the following day, or it was like maybe a couple days later, and there was this other kid who had braces on. He had braces put on like a couple, like the day after I did, or something like that. This maniac takes a bite of an apple.
No!
Takes this whole ass apple, takes a bite out of it.
No!
And I'm sitting across from him, I'm like, leave.
Go home!
Yeah, dude.
No, you're going to Alcatraz.
Dude, yeah.
No.
Yeah, no. And I was like, that didn't hurt. And he goes, no, I did. Just straight face like that. And I'm like, who are you?
Who hurt you?
Yeah, like,
Did Sydney Sweetie dump you or something? Like, what's going on? Oh my god, dude.
yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, there's absolutely no way. Like, I remember vividly that day I had ball lunch, and I tried to get like the softest shit I could. Like I had like,
I've been eating soft stuff because I can't really, like, I got the fucking hole in my tooth, so I don't want to
no,
actually
yeah,
bite something hard and then hold. Because obviously, when you chip something like that, your tooth is going to be a little bit loose.
right,
So I don't want anything to happen. She's like, just don't go around biting every apple you see. I was like,
right. But no, yeah, so like I tried to have like the softest stuff that I could. So remember, I had like grapes that day, like soft. I had like a couple things of milk, like, and then I had I think it was a grilled cheese. Like I know it was a hamburger, it was a cheeseburger at lunch, and I bit into it and I couldn't. Like I could, yeah, I was like, ah. And I couldn't bite all the way through the hamburger, so I just took like the buns off, ate the buns and shit like and I left like the actual patty.
Yeah.
And people were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah. And I was like, "I had my braces put on a couple days ago." Okay. And this psycho across from me fucking bite into an apple.
I'm lucked out because it's only on the one side, so I can like force shift to the other side. Right. And it doesn't really hurt if I bite on anything. No. It just feels that normal. Yeah. So as long as I, am not biting something like an apple.
Dude, look at this guy's jersey. It does not fit him.
No.
It's way too tight.
It's like you got a size too small and in both directions. Horizontally and vertically.
Right, yeah. It's not like terribly tight, but it's like the buttons are screaming. Yeah. But no, yeah, like that was terrible. I remember that, and I remember every time they would like tighten them, or like every time that I would get like adjusted, they would start fucking all over again. Yeah. And then what you call it? I remember having a bracket come loose a couple times, like it detaching from my mouth.
Yeah.
And then so there was a couple times it happened in the back, like on my molar, like the very back molars it happened, and that one sucked because it would scrape against my gum, like my gums, and it would scrape against like the inside of my cheek. And yeah, it was not fun. And then there was one time where I got the wires replaced, and the wires at the ends when they go like into the back of your mouth, they'll bend it inward facing your tooth, so like you don't scrape and poke yourself with the end of the wire. Well, they didn't do that.
I hate that you're talking.
Yeah, they didn't do that one time.
Oh my god.
So it would just like fucking poke me in the cheek like a couple times a day, and it sucked. And I was like, I asked my mom to schedule me another appointment. I was like, can they fucking go in and bend these goddamn things in my mouth? Because it's really it's like irritating.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's for most people or not. The three dentists, or not the three dentists, the three types of doctors that I have never liked in my life. Dentist,
Yeah.
eye doctor.
Really?
I never liked the eye
I don't know. Yeah, it's just like a uncomfortability thing though. Like not so much their part, but like
doctor. Yeah. I never liked the foot doctor. I don't like people touching my feet.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, I never really had to go to a foot doctor though. I went once when I was like I don't know. I think I was like maybe 8 or something. When I was like in elementary school, I went. Yeah, like cause I can't remember why I went.
I don't remember why I went either, but I'm just like, I don't like people touching my feet. You know, I don't like people like. It was I felt bad. I know I've told you this story, but when I was in Iowa, I don't remember what I did, but she had to look at my eye or whatever, and it was the small, nicest lady ever. But she like opened my eye like that. I know people can't see what I'm doing, but you know how they like try to open your eyelid as far as possible.
Yeah.
Like I clenched up and almost swung.
Oh my god.
And she's like, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay." And she's like, "At least I know your reflexes are good." She's like, "It's natural." I was like, "Lady, I almost socked the shit out of you."
Dude, my dad was telling me a story about that one time where he went to the dentist, and I think he had I think he was getting like a tooth pulled or something like that.
Yeah.
And he got like the shot or whatever in his tooth, but then they gave him the one shot, and they gave him a second one in the tooth. He wasn't expecting the second one, so he like when the first one went in, it was like he expected it like if I can went in there and
Brace yourself.
yeah. And the second one, I think he might have told him that it was like two, but then he just like felt the other one go in and like hurt worse than the other one because it like went through and like touched like one of his like the bottom of one of his teeth or something like that, so it really fucking hurt. And he said his whole body moved. You know, like he like like freaking his legs like stiffened. He was like whoa, and he went like this like with an open hand and smacked the freaking doctor across the side of the head.
It's just like This is how I think like old timey torture was, just going to the dentist.
Dude, oh my god. Yeah, no, you just think about that. Like, you know, let's say like George Washington had like wooden teeth.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Because I was when the hygienist was going to town the other day, dude. She was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, because my legs were shaking. I was trying not to make a fist.
Yeah.
Because I was really focusing on that because I didn't want to make her be like, "Oh shit, is this guy about to just slap the shit out of me?"
Yeah.
I feel bad because I'm like, I can't control it. My fist is gonna go.
Yeah, like oh fuck.
I just like the stuff about the foot doctor is I have sensitive feet and everything, so like if somebody like touches them, I like
Yeah.
I like get. It's not like it freaks me out, but it just like feels weird. That's why it really hurts if I. Well, yeah, it's gonna hurt if you drop something on your foot, especially
Right.
especially if it's like big and like heavy. I have like pretty sensitive feet, so every time something like that shit happens, like today, fucking something like a piece of metal fell on my foot today.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, that hurt.
Oh yeah, like I remember one time we were at the gym and I had I can't remember what we were doing. Yeah. I took a 10-pound weight off of the plate, off of the stand, and there was one that was in front of it.
Oh, he, oh,
They were both like
oh.
grain, like they were both like cut the same way, so it was like the same color. The grain of like how the metal like was formed was the same, and I couldn't really tell that there was one in front of it. So I grabbed the one and I slid it off of the thing, and there was one in front of it, and it just fell right on my toe. And it was which one is it? This one. It was my ring toe on my left foot. So I was like, I heard it hit my foot, and immediately I was like, my toe's broken. And then I was like, oh my god. And then I started to like walk, and I was like, I don't know, I don't think it's broken, but it is gonna hurt for a minute.
Yeah, like this is kind of gross to talk about, but my toenails right now are so fucked because my toes are so fucked from getting stepped on for years.
Dude, yeah.
Having things drop on them, like I have a blood blister under my nail right now.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna fix it because I don't care and it don't hurt yet.
My ankles and my heel, instead like on this one foot, it is so like I can only imagine on that foot problem if I get away.
Oh,
I fouled so many balls off my foot.
yeah.
It's not even funny.
I'm like, I've accidentally stabbed my foot a couple times.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, I remember there was one time I was at work and I was showing my coworker, my like a pocket knife that I had gotten, and I took it out, and it like the clip like got caught on like the thing on my hoodie, like this, like the pocket of my hoodie, or like on my belt or something like that, and I like, fell out of my hand and it was open, and it fell right onto my shoe, but I was wearing boots, these little boots, so it just bounced like off of my foot. You were like, oh yeah, I was like, I just stood still. I was like, fuck. And then they just landed on the ground, and we both looked at each other, and we're like made the oh shit face. And then it was crazy.
God, that's
So that made me think about this one thing. So like, I was in middle school. And a lot of middle school stories being thrown around here. But I was in a woodshop class, and
woodshop in middle school.
oh yeah, crazy thing. My dad knew my woodshop teacher. So when I was like when we were doing attendance on the first day, my teacher was like, he was reading off attendance, and he was like, Jonathan. And then when he saw my last name, he just looked up and looked right at me, and I was just smiling at him. Yeah, I was like, you know who the fuck I am. And then parent teacher conference came around. So we walked in, and he didn't even say anything. We just walked into the classroom. He was just sitting behind the desk. He just like looked up, and he was like, I fucking knew it was your kid. It was like he was like, there's no one else with that last name. But then, so yeah,
Was your dad happy to see him?
Yeah, dude, yeah, you didn't see him in like a couple of years. Yeah, I think they went to high school together. Oh, yeah. Like, grew up in the neighborhood and stuff like that. Like my grandmother knows him and stuff like that too. So, but what you call it?
Guy.
Yeah, oh my god.
Did body shots on this random girl back in the day.
Okay, I don't know about that. But,
Hey, high school in the 80s? Wait, when did your dad graduate?
89. Yeah.
Ah.
So, but what you call it? We had they were like we were doing like some project or whatever, and I was sitting over at the desk and I was drawing mine up, and like some of the other kids had like finished or like working on other projects or whatever, like taking a beat or whatever, and we heard this one kid like hit like he was like hammering something in, like
Oh,
hammering,
no.
like tacking.
I already know where this is.
Dude, he went from like it wasn't like a tack nail either. It was like it was a normal sized nail that we had to use. We were using at this project, and we heard like one, two, three, four, five, like a couple, and then we just heard one that didn't sound quite right, and then we heard another one after we did like another couple normal ones, and then the hammer hit the fucking table. And then we all turned and we looked, and he's just sitting there like this. He's just looking at his finger, just ow, ow. Yeah, yeah, we would hit it like he had like maybe like 9 taps that he had to hit his nail with. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the fifth one, just boom. And then he continued swinging, and he hit it like one or two more times, and then the hammer hit the ground. And we're like, oh no. Yeah, it was like it takes a couple seconds for it to like kick in. Yeah. So he was like, oh.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, the worst injury that, like, was stupid that I had. I'm like, breaking my wrist was stupid. That happened in middle school.
Oh, that was a. Oh, I thought he caught it. I thought he caught it
I
like
thought
that.
his balls just got destroyed.
Yeah, I thought he caught it like that. I was like, dude, that's a dangerous catch.
Like, breaking my wrist was bad. It only hurt for like 5 minutes and then it just went numb. Oh,
Yeah.
this is a stupid story. So when I broke my wrist, I'm sure I told you this. I was at basketball tryouts.
Oh yeah, I know.
And it was the first day of basketball tryouts. I was excited freshman year. No, not freshman year. This was sixth grade. The like October or November of sixth grade. Excited to play basketball for the team. We were backpedaling for warming up. My dumb ass, my clumsy ass, decided, oh, we're gonna trip, and then my thing was, oh, I want to brace my fall
With my wrist.
with my wrist. No, not a good idea. Actually, if you want to, try it at home. So, ooh, he's safe.
Yeah.
So, I felt it break.
Ah, he let me out.
Oh.
It's like hairline closer.
I felt it break. I was like, ow.
Oh my god.
And I was little back then. I was a bitch, so I started crying. And my grandfather was like, "What did you do?" I was like, "My wrist really hurts." Oh, he's out.
Yeah.
I was I was like, my wrist, it hurts. And he's like, "What do you mean it hurts?" Because my grandfather was like, old dude. He didn't really care. When my mom broke her wrist or her arm or collarbone, he's like, "Oh, you're fine." He's like, "It's not broken. Stop crying." And then later, it was obviously broken.
Yeah,
He didn't say that to he didn't say that to me, but I think there was like a trainer there or something.
Damn.
And she's like, "Yeah, you should probably go to the hospital."
Yeah.
And my grandfather took me. At this point, I didn't really feel anything because it was so numb.
Mm-hmm.
I found out in the morning. I snapped it. One, I snapped it. And two, it twisted around the whole entire way.
Ooh.
Like the bone went around in my arm, and I didn't know because it wasn't like a compound fracture or anything.
Right.
So
you know, they fixed it up, put me in a cast or whatever. Got all the cool middle school babes at that time to sign my cast.
Right, yeah.
You know, we're like, "Can I sign your cast?" Yeah, sure.
Oh my god.
And this is like, it was my right wrist too. But you know, I was like, damn, I can't really write, so I had to learn how to write with my left wrist. And it started out as like blue.
Yeah.
No, like the cast.
Oh, oh, oh.
My my wrist was purple.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you're right, yeah.
But like, I think my first cast was blue. Then like it was getting around Christmas time when they cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was blue. Everybody signed it. And this is the crazy part. It was Christmas break.
Oh, damn.
I was at my dad's house, you know, in the room that I had or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was late for a sixth grader, so it was like around 1 or 2. And
It was break, so nobody cared.
I went to sleep. I
Oh,
I woke up 3 hours later at like 4 or 5 a.m.
it's fucking black and blue.
No, like this is my hand was in the cast.
Oh, okay.
I I look at my arm, like I wake up, I just look at my arm, which had a cast on it. I look at it, there ain't no cast on it anymore.
Oh, dang.
So I don't know how, but in my sleep, I ripped my arm out of my cast.
Damn. I remember I broke my, well, I didn't break it, I fractured it. I fractured my elbow in first grade. And it was like, I think it was, I can't remember where it was. I have to ask my mom, see if she still has the pictures of the x-rays and shit like that. But I had like a fracture in it, and it was like fractured in like two places, I think.
Mm.
So it was like, yeah, I hit it pretty good. So I was at school and I was at recess and I was in a jungle gym, like the I don't know, you know what I'm talking about, but it's like the you know like the dome, like the monkey bar dome thing.
Yeah.
So it's like they had like these hexagon pieces that were connecting the bars and going in different directions.
I already don't like where this is going. If
Dude,
you're
yeah.
squeamish, we should have probably have a disclaimer, but
Yeah.
fuck you.
We're going full circle here. We talked about Hunter's injury first and now we're back to injuries at the end.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was on top of the thing, like I climbed up to the very top and I was like sitting with my legs through and then I wanted to get back down. But it was like I didn't want to jump through the middle because I was afraid that I was gonna like bite my freaking mouth on the bar like going falling through. I was gonna like fall down and like hurt myself falling down. I ended up hurting myself anyway, but so I was trying to climb back down and it was like I think it had either just rained in the morning or it was like still early enough in the morning that it was still like dew everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was everything was like kind of slippery, kind of wet, and I like went backwards down the jungle gym and I slipped and I just smashed my elbow on like one of the hexagon connector pieces. He's just like,
Ow.
no, I didn't. My whole arm went numb because I think I hit like my elbow and my funny bone at the same time, and then I fell down on the ground, and then when I fell down on the ground, I probably like hit it and like woke it up or whatever, and then it started to hurt. So I was like on the ground, back against the jungle gym now. My arm, I'm holding it like this, or I think I'm holding it like this, and I'm just like fucking crying. Like just I'm like, oh my god, I'm like what the fuck? So the gym monitor comes
Oh
over.
yeah, that's our favorite first grader. Jonny, what the fuck?
Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, I was sitting up against the thing, and I'm like holding my elbow, and the gym monitor comes up, and she's like an older woman, and she's like, what happened? And I was just like crying, and she's like, all right, well, we'll take you to the office, and then they right, put an ice pack on it, and shit like that. My mom comes picks me up, and then I can't remember if it was a school nurse or if it was like the gym teacher or something like that. I think it might have been the gym teacher. Like she goes down to the office and she like tries to like extend my elbow. And she's
Ain't
yeah,
going.
she's not going. So she's like, yeah, and like when my mom gets there, it might have been my mom or my dad. I can't remember But they were like, yeah, like you might want to take me to urgent care. Like he might
Just
have
a
broke it.
thought.
Yeah, like he might have broke it or fractured it. So that's what they did. So like I think I went home first, and then my mom was like feeling my elbow, and then she like twisted my elbow like this, and that made me like cry out in pain. And I was like, fuck no. And then she was like, okay, yeah, now let's go to urgent care. Let's see what's going on.
Not faking.
Yeah, nah, yeah. So I was like, that's what she thought. She thought that I had just like hit it, and it was gonna be like
A big
yeah,
bruise.
huge, like I bruised my bone or something like that. But then after that, after I like she twisted it a certain way, and I just cried out in pain. She was
She
like, no.
probably felt it too.
She probably knew. And I was like holding it, like usually after a while, like you know, if a kid does like have like something wrong like that, like they hit like their bone, it's just like a bad bruise or whatever. They'll like extend it and like they'll
Yeah, trying to
open a
buffer
door.
it out.
Yeah, like open like a door or something like that with that
Yeah.
arm. I wasn't doing anything. I was just holding it like this, like the entire fucking
Trying to
time.
keep it protected like fuck you.
Yeah, I was like holding it the entire time. So I went to urgent care, and then I had an X-ray, and they're like, yeah, like we're gonna send you over to your doctor's office, and we're gonna give him the X-rays, and he's gonna diagnose it. So they went to the doctor's office, and they looked at the X-rays and whatever, and they're like, yeah, it is fractured. And both my parents were in the room, and they're like, Jesus Christ. So then they right away got to like putting the cast on and stuff like that. So I got a cast on from like the halfway up my upper arm, all the way down my
Oh,
forearm.
you had one of
And
those.
with the wrist and with the thumb thing too.
Ugh.
Because it was like I said, it was hit pretty good.
Yeah, mine went from halfway, probably my full forearm, and it went through my thumb as well.
Yeah. But this one was like a full like fucking
Mr. Robotic.
right. Yeah, like I couldn't move my arm. Period. So I'm walking, like I go to school the next day.
And those things are annoying too because
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't even need a sling. You probably needed a sling.
No, I didn't have a sling. I just had a cast.
Dude, that thing went down so heavy.
That too, yeah.
So
But
uncomfortable.
it wasn't really that bad because it was like I said, my elbow was bent in it, so like it was kind of supporting its own weight almost. I was just getting used to like the weight of the cast, but like after like a week or two, I could just hold like my arm down on my side, so it wasn't like across my chest. So it wasn't like didn't have to hold it. Like when I first got it, I was like holding my arm, and like I remember going to school the next day, and I showed up late because I think I woke up late, so I ended up going to school at like 9 or something like that. But the teacher didn't care. This was back in like first grade, so it was just a one class. We weren't switching classes or anything like that. So I walk in, and my mom sends me to school with a pillow, like one of those like the small rectangular pillows.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
So
about.
I walk in with that, and my teacher meets me out in the hallway, and she talks to my mom for a second. Then I go walking into the classroom, and my teacher opens up the door, and everyone has their head down, working, like we're writing whatever down. And then one kid looks up as the door opens and sees me walk in with a cast, and he just goes, "Oh my god!" And everyone looked up and was like, "Oh shit!" And then they were like, it's like we understand, like
He beat the charges.
right. Yeah. It's like will tell you everything. Like we still have work to do. I'll tell you about it later.
Yo, free Timmy.
Dude, yeah. So I was like, sitting there and I had the freaking pillow on the desk. And I moved my left hand so it's still right and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then
It was in first grade where nobody gave a shit. Mine was in fucking middle school where everybody wanted to know what happened, and then
well, yeah, people still care. Like, yeah, people still asking me what happened after like first grade. People are still signing it too. Like, I still have my cast.
oh, I don't.
Oh yeah, I still have it. It's
My shit turned into sawdust.
oh dang, no, yeah, mine. I still have mine. I got it taken. So I had the same cast.
Yeah, but
for
you
eight
had a
months.
good story. Mine was, oh, I tripped and fell.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but yeah, I had the whole. So I had the cast on. I think for 9 months, 8 months, something like that.
Yo.
Longer. Yeah, oh yeah. So I missed baseball season that year because it happened in. I think like I think it happened around October. I think it was like around my birthday.
Yeah.
And I had it all through Christmas, all through New Year's, past Easter,
Mine came off in like January or February.
Oh, dang. I think mine came off like in the summertime. Like
Oh,
the middle of baseball
that
season.
probably felt good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it felt good, but
Oh, the Yankees are gonna lose.
I remember when I was getting it taken off, like so they cut through like they have like the saw cast, cast saws, where if it touches like anything that's not solid, it'll stop. So the doctor was like, "Let me know if this gets warm because then I could pull it back a little bit." Because
They did that for me too, and then I was like, "Ow, you pricked me."
I was like the so he took the cast off, and underneath the cast they had like this. It looked like freaking. I don't know how else to describe it other than like pantyhose. It was like gauze that was
Yeah,
like sleeve.
yeah,
It was all the way up my cast, and he had to pull that off. And that was like that kind of hurt at the end because I don't know, like because my elbow probably wasn't used to being straight. It was
yeah.
fucking like this
Oh
for
yeah,
9 months.
probably had
So I was
lockjaw.
right, yeah, right. So I was like this, and he was like pulling it off, and I was like, ah, fuck. And he was like just pulling the thing off my arm, and then I could move and stuff like that. I was fine, like
Yeah,
but I couldn't play baseball that year.
yeah.
So
So when they took my cast off because they put pins in my wrist,
oh dang.
um, he took off the cast and he looked at my wrist and was like, "Hmm, something's not right." I was like, "What you mean?" He's like, "There's pins supposed to be sticking out of your arm right now." The skin healed over the pins.
Oh dang.
And
Sticking out of your arm?
yeah, like it was like a little bit, but he's like,
That's weird.
he's like, I've never seen this happen before. He's like, uh, you need to have a other surgery,
Oh my gosh.
and because he's like, it'll be too inhumane to take the pins out of you because I would have to cut through your skin while you're awake. And he's like, so we're gonna have to do other surgery.
Dang. Oh.
Because I was terrified that he was going to take the pins out because I was like, I want to feel it like coming out of my bones and shit. I didn't want to feel it.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out because they gave me some anesthesia and I woke up and my wrist felt decent.
There you go.
They still had to put me in a brace after that
Oh yeah.
to make sure nothing was wrong. I didn't like that brace, it was so itchy.
Oh. But I can't remember how I can't remember how my mom did it, but my mom broke her ankle one time and she was like in her early 20s. She was telling me she was actually telling me about this today because we were talking about hunches leg injury,
Mm-hmm.
and they were saying that so she does she does hair, and she does hair for a family friend of Hutch.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like I think like the woman's daughter. Yeah, yeah. I think the woman has a son who's dating one of the Hutchins' sisters, or he's like, or I think it might be a daughter. Yeah, I saw that too. But yeah, I saw a daughter, or like her daughter is like good friends with one of the sisters or something. I can't remember what she said, but they knew her. So she was asking about it and stuff like that. She was like, yeah, like they were telling her that like he got plates, he got plates put in and stuff like that. And the surgery is like all done. We just started the healing process. And my mom was telling me about how she broke her ankle and like she had plates put in. What the hell? Fucking backyard baseball.
Yankees are selling right now, man.
Oh my god. But no, yeah. So she was telling me that like when she had broken her ankle, she broke both tib and fib at the bottom of her ankle, and like fucked up like her tendons and her ligaments in there too. Like she like fucked her ankle up. So and then she had like plates put in. She had like the pins and the screws and whatever. And then she was saying that she was like walking.
That's Aaron Judge too.
Yeah.
He had it, it just slipped out.
It should have been Verdugo as well. He was running towards it, watching him slide for it. Yeah, no, it shouldn't have came. It should have been a Verdugo's. But what you call it? Yeah, she was saying that like she had like the plates and stuff put in and stuff. So like I don't know if she had them removed. Like that, the hinge you can get removed, but the screws stay in.
The screws and plates stay in,
Yeah.
but the pins have to. Well, I guess they don't have to. You know, we are still young, so I'm expecting us to get injured probably a little bit more
Yeah, you know, especially like
when we go up north or do something dumb.
yeah, go not a bit up north because up north we have to go all the way ride to the Sioux, freaking 45-minute ride to the Sioux, or got if that meant like on the machine or something like that. That'd be the worst place for it. Would be up north because that's like a trip ender. Like I thought Adam when he had
I
with
was
the bite.
scared for Adam.
When he had the bite on his arm from the cat, I thought that was going to be a trip ender because they were like, if you he went to the urgent care and he like had the thing drawn on his arm. They're like, if it swells past this, if it gets any bigger, you go to the emergency room.
Immediately.
You mean like drop what you're doing and go to the emergency room?
Yeah, because he almost had like catfish fever or something.
Yeah, like it was, and then yeah, he had like infected, and then so I was like, I thought that was gonna be a trip ender because I was like, oh dang, he's probably gonna want to, he's probably gonna give him something, and he's gonna want to go right back home. But now he did, he stuck it out, which I wouldn't have blamed him if he did go home because that was like the second day
Yeah.
or something like that, the second or third day of that trip.
Honestly, it would probably be better if one of us did get hurt, either the first or last day.
The last day wouldn't be too bad because it's like, all right, you're going home anyway.
Yeah.
But the first day
Yeah,
would suck.
It would suck, but it's like, well, at least it happened now.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on what it is. If it's like a broken bone or something like that, then nah. But if it's like a twisted ankle or like a fucking like a chipped tooth, it'd be kind of funny. But
Oh, thanks, man.
no, yeah. Like imagine like one of us was like, uh,
Honestly, I don't think a broken bone would be a trip under unless it's like a leg. If it's your arm,
well, yeah, that would be
you just
yeah,
get the cast and you can rally.
yeah. But I mean, like,
If we tear like our ACL up there or something, that's where we are like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, because you need surgery and stuff like that for that too. But for the same thing for like a broken leg, like it depends on how bad you break it. You need surgery for that too.
yeah, but like we walk around a lot and shit, so you'd be on crutches the whole time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Is I feel like the first day would suck. Like the first day would be like that would be a trip ender.
If one of us did break our leg out there, depending on the leg, if it's your right leg, you could drive.
No, yeah, well, I'd hope someone else would drive. Regardless, yeah.
Um, you know what? I'll test it for you. I'll break my leg up there.
Yeah. Just leap off the porch in such a way that you fucking snap your leg.
It's possible, but it's kind of hard
No.
to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I feel like the ground is so soft up there too. There's grass and it's like sand, dirt mix up there. So.
Yeah. Who knows? I'm excited to go.
Yeah. What is it? My parents are they're going. I think like the last weekend in October or something like that. Or no, they're not my parents. My aunt and uncle are going up there actually.
Oh, to close it down
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah. You
Yeah, we
want to
can
wrap it
wrap
up?
it. Yeah. Well, actually, this is the longest one we've had in a while.
Oh yeah, well yeah, an hour and a half.
Yeah. Good times. Jonathan's house.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.